what has happened to fast flows. If you currently go into CashFlow, you will see on the top right an exclamation mark with a number 1 on it. If you click on it, it'll say surprise for the beginning of the year of the fire horse. Fast flows become even faster. Any amount of any fast flow and super fast flow of any denomination can now be opened any day. The bigger the flow, the higher the percentage. So, what has happened to fast flows? If you click on how to create and manage cash flow effectively, scroll down to the fast flow part, you will see that it is completely different to how it was before. If you know how it was before, it was a table showing you each amount, how much the ECI drawdown percentage, and all that information. So now, on the fast flows, you will see that the information has completely changed. And what it says is, fast flow is a special financial program for those who are focused on a quick result, which allows you to make a profit in less than a month from the start of participation. A flow can be created for any amount and any quantity. The deposited amount is increased due to the increase of the ECI cryptocurrency and is paid out in equal parts for every day for 30 days. These payouts are available for withdrawal every day. So, it does list these numbers right here, so ranging from 250 to 100,000. As you can clearly see, it does, the percentage now does increase the higher amount that you put it down for. So now, if you know before how fast flows used to work, is every time you wanted to make a new fast flow, you didn't get to write down the exact amount that you wanted to put down. You had to choose from already written down numbers, right? Ranging from about 30 all the way to 100,000 or something like that. I'm not sure, 100% sure. So now, how it works is you can put down any amount that you want, ranging, but the minimum now is 250. So before, lots of people like to, when they first got to CashFlow, they would like to, make a £30 fast flow, and because obviously some people like to try it out, make sure it is, of course, safe and stuff. But of course now, the minimum being 250, but of course you can still make the low amounts for start flow and growing flow. So now, if you want to put down a low amount, the recommended flow now is definitely going to be growing flow, or even start flow if you're feeling that you want to make more money. But so, like I was saying, so you can literally put down any amount, but the amount must be at least minimum of 250, meaning you can. So if I show you right now, go back to cabinet. If I click on create flow and I go on the fast flow, if you remember before, you had a table and random numbers that are already written down. You had to choose whichever one you wanted, and of course you'd have to pay that amount. But now, as you can see, I can click down 257, for example, and I can make a fast flow for 257. So yeah, but of course, if I write down, if I take the numbers away, it will tell me minimum deposit from 250. Of course, if you want to know how much profit you are going to earn in the end, then you're going to write down the amount that you want to make a fast flow for let's say, for example, 450. you see that in those 30 days, your profit will be about 1575. And of course, after pulling 0.02 your currency, just remember, guys, that in cash flow here, we only make money after making the flow, and only after we have put down the currency, only then we will start making money. Because if you make any flow without pulling the currency, you're going to be either making less money or you're going to end up making no money. So yeah, so you can make any flow of it. Yeah, you can make a flow for any amount, for any amount for fast flow, being minimum, of course, like I said, to 50. And the other thing now is that you can, of course, make flows for the exact same amount more than once. So of course, for example, you could have two 250s, or you could have any number that you want, two of them. If you have, for example, 500 pounds, lots of times you'd have to do like if you had not a full number, like 600, you have like 500 or something. You have to do a 250 per flow, and like 100 or something, because you would not be able to put the amount that you want, that you're willing to give. You'd have to choose from the numbers that are already there. But now, of course, you can choose any amount. You could literally write, for example, 871. You can choose any kind of number that you want. But of course, it kind of works like growing flow, if you know how growing flow works. But I am going to explain it to you anyways. For example, you know how in growing flow, these certain numbers give you certain percentages. So if you have, for example, if you put down 50 pounds, you get 50%. But if you put down 70 pounds, you still get 50%. So you might as well put another 30 so that you can get 60%. So that's kind of the exact same way that fast flow works. It goes 250 gives you 3.5%, 500 gives you 3.6%. So obviously, if you're putting down if you want to put down 450 fast flow, you might as well just wait and put another 50, so you can get just 3.6 rather than 3.5. So that's how it works now. So if you are thinking about what fast flow to make, first of all, of course, please make sure that I'll show you the exact way you can get here. As soon as you open your cabinet, the first red line with the red words, it says how to create and manage cash flow effectively. Click on that, scroll down, and then you will see it right here in this warning part. You will see here that it will start giving you the information on the fast flows. You can, of course, read the information again. But you can see here, the most important part is the amounts that are recommended to put down. Because obviously from these numbers, you can see which percentage you're getting. Like I said again, for example, now we say you want to put down 2,000, like 2,900, okay? You might as well wait a little bit. Of course, if you can get the amount, it's like, you gotta calculate now. If you know that you can get to 100 pounds more quickly, you might as well wait. But, if you don't want to really put down more money, and you don't want to put down more money, and you know that you won't be able to get put down another 100 until a longer period, you might as well put down the 2,900, because you might as well. Because there's no point. If you are going to be sitting there waiting 2 months, you make no flow, wait 2 months to put down another 100, so your percentage goes up by 0.1%. just think about it. You gotta calculate now is the time that you are waiting to increase your number to that full amount, to increase your payout by 0.1%, worth the time that you have to wait to put the full amount down? Or is it you're going to earn more and quicker if you're going to put down the amount now? Doesn't matter if it is just £100 off, even £50 less away from being 3,000, for example. So that's, you gotta start now calculating a little bit more. Before it was just simple, but way more simpler. But now it is a little bit more more harder. But of course, it is not really too hard. You just gotta think for a little bit first. And also, the flipper fast loss has also changed. That's still exactly the same way as they used to work. You make a super fast flow, and you can't take the money out until the 15th day, and on the 15th day it will give you the full amount. So now on the super fast flows, the minimum amount is now £500, but they now kind of work. They work exactly the same, but you can, just like fast flows, the minimum is now 500 on super fast flow, minimum on fast flow 250. So if you want to make it, but you can make 2 super fast flows for the exact same amount. So you can have 1 super fast flow for 500 and make another one for another 500. So that is the changes to fast flows. Of course, you can see on my screen the information. Again, like I said, if you are £50, £100 away from putting down, so you want to put down like £900, but you are a little bit away from 1,000, so you're £100 away, and you can put it down instant, like just add the 100 on top, or you can get that 100 in about, I say maximum probably recommended time that you wait is probably just a day. If you can put down another 100 in 3 days, you might as well just put down the 2,900, because you gotta think about it. Every single day that you wait to put down that extra amount, you're losing the money that you're going to get from fast flows, because normal fast flow you get money every day. Both super fast and fast flow you get money every day. Just the difference is super fast flow you can't take the money out until the 15th day. On a fast flow you can take the money out on any day you want. Okay, obviously the amount that the fast flow has given you back, not the full amount. So yeah, that is the changes that have happened to fast flows. So fast flows and super fast flows. If you have any more questions, please feel free to write them in my comments, or even reach out to me. It is not a problem. If you need any kind of more information, I have lots of more videos on YouTube, on this YouTube channel. I'm sure if you want to find any kind of information more, you can find a video about it. Or if you can't, then you can more than easily contact me. I'm a free man. I do whatever I want every single day, all thanks to CashFlow. So I have more than enough time to answer any questions that you might need to know. If you have any doubts, please stop worrying about this too much, because the CashFlow has changed my life and everyone else's life that has joined CashFlow. So how about you stop listening to me, and how about you start making some new flows? I wish you the best of your day or night, wherever you might be. I wish you to start making flows as soon as possible and start talking about a fast flow, about this new information to everyone that you might know that is in CashFlow. And then I obviously recommend the best thing you can do is obviously also invite people to CashFlow. Thank you guys for listening to me. This was Ulrich, and I wish you the best. See you later.